Hey guys, Ryan with Fluid Health and Fitness. Today demonstrating an isometric hamstring contraction from a lang supine. Ultimately what we're doing here is we're fatiguing the hamstring so that if it's overactive, we can inhibit it metabolically by fatiguing it, by putting it under some tension, restricting blood flow, and then getting the body to build up lactic acid in the muscle, and that's going to help to keep it from acting when it goes into stretch. So we would do this as a preparatory exercise, typically to partner it with your vastus, lateralis, and medialis. So if I have an overactive hamstring, these muscles are often inhibited. So we would do the hamstring prior inhibition by fatiguing it using isometric contraction. Then we would go in and specifically target the vasti to upregulate the force-couple relationship. So again, that's typically what you would see this partnered with. Not always, but this is the demonstration for how to fatigue the hamstring. You're not going to need any equipment other than the wall. So I'm going to lay on my back, and essentially it's just like a bridge. I straighten the knee, and again, the length of the knee, or the straightening of the knee, is going to increase the lever length, and it's going to make it harder for the hamstring. So if it's already compromised, or if you're in pain, you can always bend the knee a little bit, give yourself a little bit more leverage when you push down. If you feel more confident, you can go into full extension and then push down. The intent again is that we're putting pressure, tension on the muscle and holding it there for upwards of 2 minutes. So you want to be able to hold it isometrically for roughly 2 minutes of time under tension. So just make sure to regulate yourself based on what your abilities are to maintain a neutral hip, and again, sustain the activity for 2 minutes. So that might mean a smaller lever by bending the knee. So once again, I'm going to do this at about a 90-degree angle, 90-90, not quite, but once again, we're going to set up from a load bearing, because again, the muscle would be contracted or potentiated when we're in a load bearing biomechanics phase of gait. So it means we're going to set up for load bearing. Once again, the 6 steps: breath out, pelvic floor, squeeze your pelvic floor, squeeze your glute, your hamstring, pushing a little bit on your groin. So I'm pushing into the wall with my glute, pulling down on my heel using my hamstring. So glute and ham are both contracted, and I'm going to hold it there. So notice I have space underneath my hip. I'm just isometrically holding the position of my hip. I want to make sure that I'm suspended on the right side so I don't twist and tip out. I want to make sure the spine is nice and stable. Once again, we're just going to pre-fatigue the hamstring. So we'd sit here and wait for that muscle, again, to fatigue after about 2 minutes. Sometimes you're going to start to feel it after about a minute or so. It starts to get tired. So if you start to fatigue and your knee starts to move around, or your hip starts to move, or if you feel pain at all, those are all indicators that you should stop. So always stop if that's the case. You've done the work, the muscle's fatigued, and then you can move on. But again, you can work your way up to about 2 minutes of time under tension. And again, this would be partnered typically with something that would be targeting the muscle on the front of it. So I'd immediately go into like a vasti contraction or some type of Spanish squat. And again, that would be determined based on the observation from your movement screen, and you would want to check with your movement specialist to confirm. So questions again on it, check in with them or reach out to us at admin@fluidhealthandfitness.com. But again, today, just demonstrating isometric hamstring contraction as a pre-fatigue.